Greetings to my fellow Broncos. How's it going? I'm Ryan Hunter.
And I'm Lauren Jones, and welcome to CTV News, where we bring to you the latest news happenings at Hastings College.
Our first story for this newscast, we have the latest from the Hastings College Student Association Senate. HC Senate held its second meeting of the academic school year this Sunday, October 4th, in the Wilson Auditorium. $350 was requested, and further plans for the year were discussed. The meeting opened with Emma Enochs as representative for the Scott's Scholar Program, announcing that a nonprofit donor had pledged $170,000 in grants to be used for campus improvement projects. In the coming weeks, a grant committee, including young alums, will hold an open forum to approve proposals and distribute funds. The same fund is also contributing to the Student Association budget. Voting was held to approve $350 to SHAC for 200 promotional stress balls to be used and distributed at vaccine clinic booths and blood drives. The vote also approved an amendment to the overall $60,000 budget as follows: $15,000 to student groups, $12,000 to homecoming, $8,000 each to Boar's Head, the Entertainment Committee, and the Diversity Committee, $7,350 to the SA Cabinet and Senate, and $3,650 to Cabinet and Program salary. Emma Enochs was approved as a senator, filling the honors housing vacancy.
In this discussion, COVID-19 vaccination statistics on campus were brought up. As the Hastings campus has remained green, according to the Matrix, while the Hastings community as a whole has higher risks, working to encourage voluntary vaccination and reporting will be important to eventually lift campus masking requirements and host indoor events without masks. Senator Vice President Gilbert was expressed that working to give students more options at campus vaccine clinics, such as Pfizer in addition to Moderna, will be key in addition to giving incentives for voluntary vaccination status reporting. Next, we have a story from the Peer Umbrella Network at HC. At Hastings College, the Peer Umbrella Network, or PUN, covers multiple student groups on campus that work to provide education surrounding health-related topics. The focus of PUN groups are to provide peer education, where students teach or provide support to one another.
A few of the groups that fall under PUN are the Peer HIV Education Organization, or 5O, and the Student Health Advisory Council, also known as SHAC. These student-led groups aim to educate their peers about important health-related topics. SHAC focuses on broad health education and plans booths and activities to spread information and awareness. 5O aims to promote relevant conversations surrounding sexual health, especially but not limited to the context of HIV prevention. The main goal of these two groups is to provide peer-based education surrounding important topics related to health. Promoting conversations about health-related topics helps students on campus feel more educated and gain more information about topics that affect them. The groups also provide important resources students can use.
SHAC meets bi-weekly on Thursdays at 11:50 to plan events and discuss health-related issues. 5O accepts membership applications in the spring, and members receive training to present information and work in the group. They meet weekly to plan presentations and events.
For our following story, the Student Health Advisory Committee, or SHAC, is a peer education group on campus that aims to promote education around causes surrounding physical health. They plan events that promote awareness and education around important health-related topics, and this month they're working on bringing flu vaccines to campus. This year, vaccines for both the flu and COVID-19 are very important for health and wellness of members on campus and in the community. SHAC understands the importance of this and has a goal to make vaccines accessible and easy to get for students on campus. Vaccines help prevent students from getting sick, so by providing the clinics, SHAC hopes to promote student health. Students under the age of 19 would need to get a parent's signature before getting a vaccine. They can stop by the SHAC booth in HSU during lunch or dinner to pick up a form. The booth is also a resource for students to learn more about vaccines. Back to you, Lauren.
Thank you, Ryan. Next, we have an update from the Hastings College Theater Department. For the first production of the 2021-2022 school year, the Hastings College Theater Department showed Men on Boats by Jacqueline Backus at the Chautauqua State Park Pavilion on October 7th through the 9th at 7 p.m. and October 10th at 2 p.m. The department originally planned Men on Boats as an accompanying production to the 2020 lecture series Student Symposium theme Breaking Barriers, the 19th Amendment and Beyond, and ultimately chose to perform the play when a live in-person audience would be possible. While the play is about men and is based on the published journal by American explorer John Wesley Powell from 1895, there is a defining choice in the play's casting. Every male character is played by a female presenting, non-binary, or otherwise non-male actors as requested by Backus.
The play has comedic tone and uses modern language conventions, and the casting requirement allows for subtle commentary on the theater industry and larger themes of representation in history, media, and on the stage. Westward expansion, in this case, the exploration of the Grand Canyon, is still the main focus, elevated by dark humor and a simple set design as the script follows Powell's journal. Playing the characters, done up in fake beards and baggy clothes, was both a fun and challenging for this cast. In addition to the obvious gender difference, every one of the titular men had a unique personality to embody. With the theme of representation in mind, the only major adjustment to the play's script and the performance is the removal of a scene involving members of the Ute tribe, as appropriate casting was not available.
The play is free to attend with the option of providing a donation. The audience will also be served refreshments and food by local businesses. Before the show and during intermission for the performances on Thursday through Saturday, Special Scoops is serving ice cream. On Saturday, October 9th, P's Lunchbox was serving comfort food.
And now we bring to you the latest in our sports highlights as the Hastings College volleyball team welcomed NAIA number 3 Midland to town for what proved to be an exciting match as HC came away with a 3-2 win. 25-21, 23-25, 25-18, 18-25, and finally 15-9 in the 5th set on Wednesday night, October 6th, inside the Lynn Farrell Arena. Hastings came out looking to make up for its loss at Mount Marty and started well, getting a kill from Grace Branson, a freshman from Lawrence, Kansas, followed by 2 Branson and a Sydney Mullen, a senior from North Platte, Nebraska, double blocks to give the Lady Broncos a quick 3-0 lead. The Warriors then came back with 5 straight points and the match was on. The first set stayed tight until it was 19-19, and then Hastings made a run, started by a Mullen kill. Then Branson picked up a kill, forcing a Warrior timeout with HC leading 21-19.
That didn't slow Hastings down as Mullen came out with a solo block followed by an attack error from Midland's Talia Flores to make it 23-19. Hastings made sure that the lead stayed safe, winning set 1, 25-21. The Lady Broncos looked poised to go up 2-0 on set 2, 19-15, but the Warriors went on a 7-1 run, which helped them to even things back up. Midland then jumped out to a quick 7-4 lead in set 3, but Hastings showed some grit as Stacy Seeley, a freshman from Hastings, Nebraska, picked up a kill. After an attack error by Midland, Ava Lovett, a freshman from Beatrice, Nebraska, connected on a service ace to tie things up 7-7.
With HC trailing just 9-8, an attack error by Midland's Lauren Samuelson started a 7-1 in favor of the Lady Broncos. McKenna Asher, a sophomore from Hastings, Nebraska, teamed up with Mullen for a double block, followed by a kill from Miriam Miller, a freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, and another Warrior error, and Hastings up 12-9. HC made it 15-10 behind kills from Miller and Mullen, plus a Flores attack error. From there, Hastings made sure to keep its distance and took set 3, 25-18. Hastings hit .433 during set 3 after Midland won set 4, 25-18. It would all come down to set 5, where Hastings dominated from start to finish. A Warrior service error started things off in set 5, and then 2 straight attack errors by Warriors' Courtney Schaefer made it 3-0. Then Branson and Mullen teamed up again to block Schaefer's attack for the 4-0 lead, forcing a Midland timeout.
Now up 5-2, Asher would go back to the right side with Branson for another kill, and then Asher teamed up with Amani Monroe, a senior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, for the double block plus another service ace, this time from J.C. Stinson, a junior from Omaha, Nebraska. Made it 8-2 as Midland was forced to use its second timeout of set 5. From there, the teams pretty much traded points until Asher went back outside to Branson for the kill to end the match as Hastings wins set 5, 15-9. For the match, Hastings hit .261 while Midland was held to .205, which is well below its season average of .248. Branson led the way offensively with 15 kills while hitting .310. Mullen added 12 kills while hitting .367 to go along with her 8 total blocks, and Miller also finished with 12 kills hitting .265 as she finished with a double-double as she also recorded 12 digs. Monroe added 8 kills while hitting an astounding .727. Flores led the way for Midland with a game-high 21 kills as she hit .255 for the match. Asher led the team with 32 assists, and she also finished with 8 kills. Hastings improves to 13-8, 4-5 on the year, and was back in action Saturday, October 9th as Briarcliff came to town with the first serve set for 3 p.m. in the Lynn Farrell Arena.
The Hastings College women's soccer team dominated in a play-all-night long spree, but ended up on the wrong side of a 1-0 double overtime decision to Midland on Wednesday night, October 6th. The Lady Broncos had most of the opportunities, including a great shot in the first half, only to see it turned away by keeper Mackenzie Smith. The score remained 0-0 into the second half when Dakota Schubert, sophomore from Castle Rock, Colorado, broke free from the Warrior defense, and what seemed like a sure goal was again turned away by Smith to keep it a 1-0 ballgame. Hastings ended up outshooting Midland 18-6 and 5-4 in shots on goal, but all it took was a long ball that ended it. Midland's Sydney Heron sent the pass into the top of the box where Dana Gomez headed it into the goal for the golden goal and the 1-0 victory over Hastings. Jacqueline Gilbert, a senior from Chandler, Arizona, and Eva Dunker, a sophomore from Blair, Nebraska, each had 4 shots. Sophie Jackson Peterson, freshman from Roskilde, Denmark, finished the night with 3 saves. Hastings is now 6-4 over 1, 2-3 over 1 on the year, and will be back in action Sunday, October 10th, hitting the road to take on Mount Marty, with kickoff set for 1 p.m. in Yankton, South Dakota.
The Hastings College men's soccer team was hoping to avoid another overtime game, and the Broncos did just that and held on for the 2-1 victory over Midland on Wednesday night. It may have taken a bit longer than HC was hoping for and certainly didn't happen the way it was expected, but picked up their own goal in the 41st minute to take the 1-0 lead into halftime. The Warriors had an immediate answer to start the second half as Pietro Musso picked up a rebound and put it away to tie things up 1-1 in the 52nd minute. It was at this time Hastings just began to bombard the Warrior defense with multiple shots and corner kicks until Tyler Mace, Jr. from Omaha, Nebraska, found Ryan Lewis, Jr. from London, England, for the go-ahead goal in the 70th minute. For the next 20 minutes, Midland would only be able to muster just 2 shots against the Broncos as Hastings held on for the victory. Hastings held an 11-7 advantage to shots and a 4-1 advantage in shots on goal. Hastings improves to 5-3 over 1, 4-2 on the year, and will be back in action Sunday, October 10th, hitting the road to take on Mount Marty with a kick slated for 3 p.m. in Yankton, South Dakota.
Keeping the action at the Tom Osborne Family Sports Complex, we go to Lloyd Wilson Field, where the HC football team was in action on Saturday, October 9th, against number 3 Morningside. The Broncos started their first drive strong, going 75 yards on 12 plays for a 1-yard touchdown run for senior running back Tyree Neesmith, and eating up nearly 5.5 minutes off the clock. Morningside, who came into Saturday's match winning 47 straight conference games, got their quick-tempo offense on the field after the Broncos' touchdown. And it took a little time for the Mustangs to answer, tying the game on a 9-yard touchdown run. This touchdown would set the pace for the Mustangs, who would score touchdowns on each of their first 9 possessions, and that led them to the 62-7 victory over the Broncos. Hastings will regroup and prepare for their rivalry match on the road this Saturday, October 16th, against the Doane Tigers.
The HC volleyball team continued their impressive trend on Saturday, October 9th, when the Chargers of Briarcliff came to the Lynn Farrell Arena, beating the Chargers in straight sets. The Broncos, fresh off their 5-set upset of number 3 Midland, would make quick work in set 1 and 2 against the Chargers, taking both sets 25-14, before the Chargers would roar back and make some noise in set 3 before falling to the Broncos 25-22. Serves proved crucial in the game, with the Broncos getting the ball to the court more than enough with 11 service aces. On the other side of the net, the Chargers struggled on the serve, committing 9 service errors.
The Broncos are hitting a stride at the right time, with their next 4 matches and 5 of their last 6 coming against ranked teams. This includes their next match on Friday, October 15th, when they travel to Mitchell, South Dakota to face number 13 Dakota Wesleyan, with major implications on GPAC tournament seeding on the line.
If you want to read about these stories and all the news happening at Hastings College, you can check out the Collegian newsprint every Friday at hccollegian.com or through your iPads using the self-service app. CTV will also be available at hccollegian.com or through YouTube under Collegian HC.
Well, Broncos, that's all we have for you today, and we thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again on November 14th, where we bring to you the latest happening at Hastings College. And remember that life is good, but it can be a little bit better with CTV. So do yourself a favor, and you stay classy, Hastings College.